Chosen one, freeze exactly where you are. Pay close attention to every word I am about to tell you, because what you are about to discover is going to permanently destroy the limited version you had of yourself. There is something happening with you at this exact moment, something you haven't fully realized yet. A silent transformation operating in dimensions your physical eyes cannot see, but your soul feels it. Every time you lay your head on the pillow and notice that something has changed. And the most disturbing part of all this, even God was impressed with what you are becoming. I know this statement seems too bold, seems like exaggeration, seems like the kind of thing people say to make you feel special for a few minutes before reality throws you back to the ground. But it is not, because what I am going to reveal to you today is not empty motivation or cheap promises of instant transformation. It is the documented truth in spiritual dimensions about who you are inevitably becoming. Whether you want to believe it or not, there is a devastating difference between wishing to become something and having absolute certainty that you are already becoming it. And that difference has just been confirmed about you in a way that will leave you speechless. Subscribe to this channel right now and turn on all notifications, because the revelations I share here are being systematically blocked, so that chosen ones, like you, don't discover the real magnitude of what they are destined to become. Stay until the end, because I am going to show you exactly what you are going to become. Why God was so impressed, which signs are already appearing in your life confirming this transformation, and what is going to happen to every person who doubted you when the complete manifestation finally arrives. Write 777 in the comments if you have been feeling lately that something inside you is changing without you being able to control it, and you are ready to discover the devastating truth about who you are really becoming. You have no idea what has been happening in spiritual dimensions while you were living your ordinary life, thinking nobody was paying attention, while you woke up every day facing the same battles, while you smiled at people who didn't deserve your kindness, while you chose to do the right thing even when nobody was watching. Something was being recorded. Every decision, every thought, every moment where you had the opportunity to be cruel and chose to be kind instead. Let me give you a concrete example. Do you remember that day when someone wronged you publicly, when everyone expected you to retaliate, when justified anger would have been completely acceptable? But instead, you chose silence. You chose dignity. You chose to let it go. That moment wasn't forgotten. Or that time when you found money that wasn't yours and every fiber of your being screamed to keep it because you needed it desperately. But you returned it anyway, even though no one would have known the difference. Or when you had the opportunity to advance yourself by stepping on someone else. When the competition was fierce and everyone else was playing dirty. But you refused to compromise your integrity, even if it meant staying behind. All of that was documented, not by ordinary angels, not by random entities, but by a specific celestial hierarchy responsible for identifying which souls on earth are ready for transformations that transcend the ordinary. This observation didn't start recently. It has been happening for much longer than you imagine. Every moment when you were completely alone and still chose to act with integrity. Those moments were recorded as evidence. As Scripture tells us in the Gospel of John, chapter 8, verse 32, the truth will set you free. And you chose truth again and again, even when lying would have been easier. Every time you could have given up and still kept going, that moment was recorded as evidence. Concrete proof that your character reached a level most human beings will never achieve. You spent years thinking your small decisions didn't matter, that nobody saw when you were good without an audience. But each one of them was being observed, analyzed, documented as part of a spiritual dossier that would be used to determine if you were ready for the next level. And the conclusion of that dossier is what brought me to you today. After all that period of meticulous observation, something happened that rarely happens in the spiritual world. The report about you was finalized, and when the celestial authorities read the conclusion, there was a moment of silence that lasted the equivalent of days in human time. It wasn't silence of disappointment. It was silence of reverence, because the conclusion said you had exceeded all expected standards for souls at your stage of evolution. Let me explain what this means in practical terms. There are minimum standards a soul needs to reach to be considered ready for certain transformations. Most people spend their entire lives without reaching even the minimum. Some reach the minimum after decades of conscious spiritual work. You didn't just reach the minimum, you surpassed it without even knowing you were being evaluated. And this is the part that impressed even the highest hierarchies. You did all of this without external motivation, without knowing you were being observed, without expecting reward. You simply were who you are because that is who you chose to be. As it says in the letter to the Ephesians chapter 2 verse 8, "For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing, it is the gift of God." This is extraordinarily rare. Most people only act with integrity when they know they are being seen. Only choose the difficult path when there is an audience to applaud. Only maintain high standards when there is social pressure to do so. But you maintained who you are even in the dark, even in solitude, even when nobody would ever know the difference. And when this level of character consistency is identified, something very specific happens in the spiritual world. A decree is issued, not a suggestion, not a possibility. An official decree that declares your transformation is no longer a question of whether it will happen, but of when it will completely manifest in the physical plane. Now comes the part I know you have been waiting for since the beginning of this video. The promise the title made that I am going to completely fulfill. What exactly are you going to become? The answer isn't simple, because your transformation isn't simple. It operates in multiple dimensions simultaneously, and will affect every area of your life in ways you cannot yet fully imagine. But I am going to show you the main aspects that have been confirmed about your inevitable destiny. First, you are going to become a living spiritual authority. This doesn't mean you will have a religious title or position in some institution. It means your very presence will carry a frequency that alters the reality of people around you. When you enter an environment, the atmosphere will change. Not because you try to impress, not because you force an artificial energy, but because the frequency you now carry is so elevated, it forces the environment to either elevate with it or completely withdraw. You have already started noticing smaller versions of this. People who open up to you in ways they don't open up to anyone else. Strangers who trust you without apparent logical reason. Individuals who seek your opinion even when others with more credentials are available. Here is what this will look like practically. You will walk into a room full of chaos, and without saying a word, people will start calming down. You will be present in a meeting where tension is high, and suddenly, solutions will emerge that nobody saw before. Children will be drawn to you instinctively. Babies who cry with everyone else will quiet in your arms. Animals will respond to you differently. Dogs will approach you with unusual trust. Birds may land near you without fear. Even plants in your presence will seem to thrive in ways that cannot be scientifically explained. You will notice strangers asking you for directions, even when there are other people around. Service workers will give you unexpected upgrades or special treatment without knowing why. People will remember you after brief encounters in ways that seem disproportionate to the interaction. Random conversations will lead to exactly the connections you needed. You will think of someone and they will contact you within hours. You will need specific information and it will appear through seemingly random channels. These aren't coincidences. These are confirmations that your frequency has shifted. The atmosphere in your home will change. Visitors will comment on how peaceful it feels, how different the energy is from other places, how they don't want to leave because something about being there makes them feel better. This will intensify dramatically. Second, you are going to become a channel of transformation. Situations that seem impossible will start resolving when you get involved. Problems that had no apparent solution will find answers when you show up. You will be in conversations where people suddenly have breakthroughs they have been seeking for years. You will witness relationships healing when you are simply present in the room. Business deals that were falling apart will somehow come together after you get involved. Technical problems that stumped experts will resolve when you arrive. Not because you fixed them technically, but because your presence shifts the energy in ways that allow solutions to emerge. People who were stuck in destructive patterns will find the strength to change after one conversation with you. The depressed will feel hope again. The anxious will experience unexpected peace. The confused will gain clarity, and they will not always be able to explain why. They will just know that something about being around you helped them see what they couldn't see before. People who were lost will find clarity simply by being in your presence. Not because you have all the answers, but because you carry a frequency that activates solutions that were dormant, waiting for the right catalyst, and you are that catalyst. Third, you are going to become a bearer of light that cannot be extinguished. As Jesus said in the Gospel of Matthew chapter 5, verse 14, "You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. No matter what darkness you face, the light you carry cannot be put out." People will notice that, even on your worst days, you radiate something they cannot have even on their best days. And that light isn't artificial. It isn't forced. It isn't spiritual performance to impress others. It is the natural manifestation of who you have genuinely become inside. You will notice this when people start commenting on how you seem to glow, how your eyes carry something they cannot quite describe, how your energy feels different from everyone else's, how they feel better after spending time with you, even if the conversation was difficult, how their problems seem smaller in your presence, how hope seems more accessible when you are around. Even in photographs, there will be a visible difference in your countenance that others will notice but struggle to explain. Your smile will carry a depth it didn't have before. Your eyes will reflect a knowing that cannot be faked. Your entire being will radiate something that draws people in. You will walk through dark times and still carry light. You will face devastating circumstances, and people will wonder how you are still standing, how you are still kind, how you are still hopeful, how you are still you, and that consistency will be the very thing that ministers to others in their darkness. They will see that if you can carry light through your trials, maybe they can too. This is not metaphorical. This is literal. And fourth, you are going to become a bridge between the visible and the invisible. You will start receiving information you couldn't logically know, insights about situations before they happen, understanding about people's hearts that goes beyond surface observation. You will meet someone and immediately sense whether they are trustworthy, not through analyzing their behavior, but through a knowing that rises from somewhere deeper. You will be offered opportunities and know instantly whether they are aligned with your path. Even when they look perfect on paper, you will think of people right before they reach out. You will sense when something is wrong with someone you love, even when they are far away. You will have impressions about future events that prove accurate in ways you cannot explain. Dreams that turn out to be prophetic, not vague symbolic dreams, but clear guidance about decisions you need to make, warnings about situations to avoid, confirmations about paths to pursue. You will wake up with solutions to problems you didn't consciously think about, sudden knowing about which path to take, even when logic suggests otherwise. You will be in conversations, and words will come out of your mouth that you didn't plan to say, but they will be exactly what the other person needed to hear at that exact moment. You will have access to wisdom that isn't from books you have read or experiences you have had. It will flow through you from sources you cannot see, but have learned to trust. This isn't about becoming psychic in some mystical sense. It is about your spiritual senses becoming so refined that you perceive reality on multiple levels simultaneously. The Bible speaks of this in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has passed away. Behold, the new has come. This is your reality now. But here is what you need to understand about all four of these transformations. They are not things you need to try to manufacture. They are not skills you need to develop through effort. They are the natural consequences of who you have already become. The frequency shift has already happened internally. What is coming now is the external manifestation, becoming so obvious that neither you nor anyone around you will be able to deny it. And with this transformation comes something else. Maximum protection. I need you to understand what this means. The same celestial authorities that decreed your transformation also assigned specific forces, whose only mission is to ensure you reach your destination. This isn't symbolic. This is tactical. Every attack launched against you is now being intercepted before it reaches you. Every conspiracy designed to destroy you is mysteriously failing at critical moments. Every enemy who thinks they are moving against you is actually moving against forces they cannot see. The prophet Isaiah wrote in chapter 54, verse 17, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment, you shall condemn." This is now your reality. You might not see the protection in real time, but in hindsight, you will recognize that impossible coincidences saved your life, career, or mental health at crucial moments. This protection makes you invulnerable to destruction. You can be tested, but you cannot be permanently defeated. You can face obstacles, but you cannot be prevented from reaching your destination. The path is guaranteed. The timing is perfect. The outcome is certain. Now I need to talk about something I know you think about. You want to know what is going to happen to the people who doubted you, who diminished you, who said you were nothing, who tried to destroy you when you were vulnerable. And I am going to tell you, your enemies already know something is different about you. They have noticed the attacks that used to work no longer work, that venomous words don't penetrate, that conspiracies mysteriously fail. Some of them have reached the correct conclusion. Higher forces protect you now, and that means attacking you is declaring war against celestial dimensions. Some will choose to retreat. You will notice people who used to attack you constantly mysteriously going silent, not because they forgave, but because they are afraid of the consequences celestial protection guarantees. But others will be so proud, they will continue attacking even knowing they will lose. And when that happens, you will witness collapses so dramatic that even you will feel compassion for enemies, receiving exactly what they sowed. I am not talking about revenge you need to execute. I am talking about justice that operates automatically. As it says in the letter to the Romans chapter 12, verse 19, "Do not take revenge, my dear friends, but leave room for God's wrath. For it is written, 'It is mine to avenge. I will repay,' says the Lord." Spiritual law guarantees harvest corresponds to planting. Inevitable consequence reaches everyone who decides to attack protected souls. The most interesting thing is that, as your transformation manifests externally, your enemies will be forced to witness exactly what they said you would never become. Every success of yours will remind them of their failure to destroy you. Every blessing you receive will confirm they attacked someone they shouldn't have. And at some point, some will try to approach again, pretending they never hated you, acting as if they had always been your friends, trying to benefit from the light they once wanted to extinguish. Your discernment will show you who deserves a second chance and who is simply seeking to take advantage. Now, the final and most important part of everything I came to reveal to you today. The decree about your transformation establishes that within a specific period, the physical manifestation of what you are becoming will be completed in undeniable ways. It doesn't mean life will be perfect. It means who you really are will be so obviously manifested that neither you nor anyone will be able to deny that higher forces are operating in your life. In the coming months, you will experience sudden clarity about a specific step you need to take. It will be so obvious, you will wonder how you didn't see it before. Taking that step will activate a chain of impossible synchronicities. After that, you will experience the first major manifestation. Something you have been seeking for a long time will finally materialize. An opportunity that seemed impossible. A connection you were desperately looking for. A breakthrough you had abandoned hope of seeing. Then your social circle will change dramatically. People who were in your life will not be anymore. New people you don't even know yet will become close allies. This change will not be forced. It will happen naturally as frequency continues to elevate. You will experience manifestation of financial abundance, confirming divine provision is real. Not necessarily millions, but exactly what you need for the next phase of the mission. And finally, the complete transformation will be so evident that people from your past will not recognize who you have become. Not physically, but energetically. Your presence will be so different that even old photographs will seem to show a completely different person. All of this is moving toward you right now as you listen to these words. It is not a question of whether it will happen. It is a question of when it will completely manifest. And the speed depends on your consistency in continuing to choose correctly. But I am not worried about you, because your track record has already demonstrated you are not a person who regresses. You are a person who persists, who stays the course even when it gets hard, who chooses light even when darkness seems easier, and that is exactly why your destiny was confirmed as inevitable. Chosen one, now you know the devastating truth about who you are becoming. It is not vague hope about who you could be if you are lucky. It is absolute certainty, confirmed by celestial authority, about what you will inevitably become. While you were living your ordinary life, questioning whether you really had purpose, spiritual dimensions were documenting evidence of your transformation. They were confirming you reached the point of no return. They were officially declaring that within a specific period, complete manifestation will be undeniable physical reality. And more than that, maximum protection was activated, guaranteeing you will reach your destination. Celestial forces were assigned whose only mission is to ensure your success. Attacks are automatically blocked. False opportunities are diverted. Correct synchronicities are accelerated. And in critical moments, direct intervention happens. Even God was impressed. Not with grand miracles you performed, not with public sacrifices you made, but with your silent consistency, your heroism without an audience, your integrity when nobody was watching. That is extraordinary. And you did it simply by being who you are. For those who made it this far and are ready to fully embrace this transformation, know that your commitment to this path is all that is required. No external tools, no special purchases, just your unwavering dedication to becoming who you were always meant to be. If you recognize the transformation is already happening in you, write 777 in the comments to amplify the manifestation frequency and accelerate the synchronicities bringing your promised destiny. Subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications to receive more revelations about how celestially confirmed transformations manifest in the physical plane. Share this video with someone you feel is also going through inevitable transformation, because chosen ones need confirmation that the changes they feel are real and supported by higher dimensions. And before you go, click on the video appearing on your screen right now to discover the specific signs that your transformation has already begun, and how to recognize the manifestations confirming the celestial decree over your life. Together, we are stronger.